你们对东莞现在经济情况怎么看？
What do you think of the current economic situation in Dongguan? It's now around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Look at the road behind me. There is almost no one here and it's quiet. I don't know why it's like this. Why is there no one living here now? Logically, Dongguan, known as the world's factory, should be crowded with people. Why is it deserted? Why is this?
空无一人，这到底是为什么？
Dongguan, China, known as the world's factory, is becoming increasingly depressed, with many factories and shops closing down. It's becoming increasingly difficult for migrants to find jobs in Dongguan. As China's economic environment worsens, even established foreign-funded companies have gone bankrupt. Today, we will take a look at the current situation in Dongguan. Boss Wang, who runs a supermarket, told reporters that his business is very bad and he's losing money every day. His store's operating income is 70% lower than the peak in 2007 and 2008. It's a very difficult time now. Many factories in Dongguan receive no orders. They either went out of business or downsized their large factories. A Chinese netizen posted a clip on Douyin saying that he saw many stores closed on the streets of Dongguan. This is Dongguan. Many stores are for rent and so many businesses are closed. There is a restaurant here for rent and everything inside has been moved, including the second floor. Many stores closed down. There is a commercial center opposite. Why are these businesses closed? Why is there no business? Such a great location. There is also a tea shop here struggling, a barbecue restaurant for rent, and also a hardware store. There is a restaurant here for rent, and it's for rent everywhere. The footbath pavilion is for rent. It's strange, even the footbath city is for rent. Rows of businesses have closed down, and business running is difficult. This barbecue restaurant is for rent, and the gourmet restaurant hardly operates. You see, in 100 or 200 meters of street, there are dozens of shops for rent. There are no people on the street. How could this happen? This milk tea shop is closed and is for rent everywhere. It's difficult to do business, and there's an industry park next to it. There are supposed to be lots of people coming from the factory to spend money here. I don't know why it's like this.
应该厂里面有很多人呢，只要人多的话，那就很多人过来消费啊。这里也是在招租，不知道为什么。这里有个价。
Another netizen posted an online video saying it's very difficult to find a job now. There was a factory recruiting workers. They originally planned to recruit 100 people, but 500 people showed up to apply. This is a factory in Huizhou that produces gift boxes. Many people came here from Dongguan, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen to apply for jobs. The factory started interviews at 1:30 p.m. It said that the factory received a batch of orders and was short of manpower and needed to recruit a large number of workers. The factory offered a high rate of 17 yuan per hour. Working 11 hours a day, he would earn 187 yuan a day. Unexpectedly, 400 to 500 people suddenly showed up and blocked the road outside the factory, and the traffic was jammed. This factory is not big enough to handle many workers. The boss was dumbfounded when he came out and saw it. The supervisor said that they will give you some training first. After the training, if you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want to do it, you can leave. The supervisor said that they have very high production tasks every day. If they cannot complete the production tasks, they have to stay and work overtime to finish it, and there will be no overtime pay. If you cannot complete the task in the first 3 days and you want to leave, you will not be paid. Not only is it difficult for workers without an academic certificate to find jobs, but also for college graduates. A netizen posted a video saying that she met a college graduate who tried to find a job in Dongguan.
现在管理的找工作好难，好难啊！我都找了好几个月了。
It's so hard to find a job here. I've been working on it for months. I came from Shaoguan City alone and haven't found a place to stay yet. I'm looking for an apartment. It's so expensive here that I can't afford it. I had to stay with my friends occasionally. I couldn't find a job and the expenses were huge. There is nothing I can do about it. I still need to try my best. If I don't find a job, how can I go to work? My family is putting pressure on me. I am a recent college graduate. It's hard for fresh graduates to get a job. We've been looking for jobs for quite a while. The salary is low and food and accommodation are not included. We are not picky, but it's really difficult to find a suitable job. Because a large number of factories closed, workers left. Dongguan's catering industry has also been hit hard, with many restaurants closing down. The mother posted a video online saying that her relatives invested more than 2 million yuan to rent a canteen and were struggling to keep it up. I went to my brother-in-law's place for dinner last weekend. They contracted a canteen in the industrial zone of Changping Town, Dongguan. The canteen's business is also sluggish because the occupancy rate in this industrial area is low and they are still struggling to keep it going. The first floor of the canteen is the supermarket and the second floor is the canteen. With such a big space on the first floor, they didn't know what to do. They invested more than 2 million yuan and only worked on it for 2 years. The blogger posted a video on Douyin saying that business is difficult this year. He saw a restaurant opened in Haojia Town, Dongguan, which closed after 2 months. This restaurant has been open for less than 2 months and the boss wants to transfer it. He is moving out. Business is not doing well this year. It's a restaurant. I feel that the boss must be very sad as he comes and goes quietly without working long. Let's see, how much does it cost to open a restaurant like this? I feel like this is less than 2 months old and it's likely a very short time. There is another restaurant right next to it, almost 300 meters away with the same style. This store has been running for more than 10 years and the business is very good. It looks like this business was going well and then he wanted to open one of his own, only to suffer heavy losses. Nowadays, no one goes to restaurants. Restaurants are all about return customers. You can't open a restaurant without return customers. In the first half of this year, millions of restaurants in mainland China closed down, resulting in a busy business for catering recyclers who recycle restaurant equipment. One recycler revealed that he recycled 3 barbecue restaurants in a month. Today, we closed a restaurant in Dalong, Dongguan. This is the 3rd barbecue restaurant we have closed this month. This store has an area of just over 80 square meters and nearly 1.5 million yuan was invested in it in 2 years. The boss said that the current daily turnover can reach 2,000 yuan, but he still makes no profit. When they first opened, they were caught up in the epidemic, but the business was still good. They made 150,000 yuan in the first month, but it failed in the second and third months. Because of the lockdown, business was getting worse and worse, so they managed to survive until the epidemic was over. After the lockdown was lifted, they found the business even harder. The daily turnover was only 2,000 yuan, but they still had to pay for the labor, water, electricity, rent, etc., and they were losing money every day. As a world-renowned world factory, Dongguan once had many giant companies. Some of these enterprises had tens of thousands to more than 100,000 employees. Yuyuan Shoe Factory used to be such a large one. Yuyuan Shoe Factory is a subsidiary of Taiwan's Puchan Group. It mainly produces high-end brand sports shoes such as Adidas, Nike, New Balance, and other brands. It has 2 districts in Dongguan, one in Gaobu Town and one in Huangjiang Town, both with hundreds of thousands of employees. The total number of employees in the 2 districts exceeded 300,000. Because there were so many employees in the shoe factory, they had to go to the canteen in batches every day during lunch. At the end of the day, it took more than 10 minutes for the employees to walk out. The shoe factory also provided kindergartens and schools for employees' children. In addition, it had its own hospital, cinema, and fire brigade. In its heyday, the shoe factory occupied half of Gaobu Town, Dongguan City, and its total export value accounted for 50% of the town's total. In 2007, the annual output value of Yuyuan Shoe Factory reached billions of dollars. In recent years, due to the rapid rise in labor costs, energy prices, and taxes in China, Yuyuan had slowly withdrawn from Dongguan and relocated to Vietnam in 2012. It's a pity that the industry areas are now empty and unused for many years. This is Yuyuan Shoe Factory in Gaobu Town, Dongguan City. Now we can see an abandoned state, but before it was the largest shoe manufacturing factory in the world. At its peak time, it had 300,000 employees. You can imagine how prosperous it was at that time. It said that every time they went to and got off work, there were many people entering and leaving the factory, and the scene was very spectacular. The surrounding night market was even more crowded. There was an endless stream of people queuing up for interviews at the factory gate every day. China's economic environment is deteriorating day by day. Except Yuyuan Shoe Factory, the established foreign-funded enterprises in Dongguan continue to close. The Japanese-owned Zhangsheng Electrical Appliances Factory announced its complete closure on December 31st last year. The reason was a sharp drop in factory orders and the company's long-term financial deficit, making it difficult to continue operating. In addition, Dongguan packaging giant Hong Kong company Xiaoming Industrial Company also closed down due to losses. Xiaoming Industrial issued a closure announcement stating that due to the company's severe operating losses and heavy debts over the years, it's no longer able to pay off all debts. Now they are trying to solve the salary problem of its employees. They have no choice but to make this hard decision. Xiaoming Industrial Company entered Guangdong in 1992. The company has more than 1,000 sets of various advanced packaging equipment and has become one of the largest comprehensive packaging companies in China, with a maximum number of 2,000 employees. Another well-known Hong Kong-funded enterprise that went bankrupt due to losses was Hubang Hardware. The company was established in 1992. Over the past 2 decades, it has been ranked among the established star factories in the Pearl River Delta region. As many factories closed, taxi drivers complained that many high-speed rail stations in Dongguan were deserted and had no customers. Humen Station is the only station of the Beijing-Hong Kong high-speed railway in Dongguan City. It was officially opened for operation in December 2011. As Dongguan's economy developed and its population continued to grow, the passenger flow in Humen Station was increasing. During peak periods, it sent an average of more than 20,000 passengers a day and even reached 50,000 during the National Day period. However, this has become the past, and the excitement of the past is gone forever. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please like, subscribe, leave a message, and share it with your friends. See you next time.